institution. This facility is said to be used by students and members of staff for coffee scientific research and also to promote local coffee consumption. This is according to the University Deputy Vice-Chancellor Professor Geoffrey Mse, who represented the Vice-Chancellor Professor Paul K. Wainaina during the launch.
You might have heard of alcohol brewery, but what comes in your mind when you hear of coffee brewery? Now, Kenyatta University has established a center for coffee brewery in the institution, a facility that will enable students to do more research about coffee varieties and different ways of preparing coffee. Some of the beverages available in this center include latte, coffee, cappuccino, espresso, mochaccino, and tea.
For this coffee house and bakery is twofold as per how we envisage it. Number one is to encourage and promote the consumption of Kenyan coffee. Number two is for this facility to be used for research and learning about coffee consumption, coffee brewing, and any research that may be around the coffee consumption in Kenya.
This facility will not only be used as a center for research, but also as a super place where social ties will be promoted in the institution through interaction by various students and members of the staff at the facility, as they also promote consumption of local coffee in the country.
For me personally, I never knew that coffee is brewed. I associated brewing with something more. You know what I'm talking about. When I came here the other day, I learned that there's something that is also brewed called coffee. And so only after I tasted, I went to that place where the demonstrations have been just done, that I realized that there is a difference between brewing and boiling. Because me, I always thought that coffee is boiled.
Professor Mse also emphasized the need to promote coffee farming in the country, as it was in the early days. He noted that coffee farming has been interrupted by cutting down coffee trees in coffee farming areas for other activities, a move that is derailing coffee production in the country.
In the area of coffee, why are people uprooting coffee? You go to Kiambu right now, we used to have a lot of coffee, but now most of it is no longer there. We are converting to a concrete jungle, isn't it? It's high-rise buildings, and so on. Where I come from in Bungoma, especially to us, Mount Elgon and so on, there is a coffee grown there. But it's not really popularized in many areas of that particular place.
In the event, a group of learners from students and staff were awarded a certificate for completing their studies in coffee preparation, and they were set to provide service in the same facility. George Mapesa, KUTV.
We take our final short break right here.